Gotta get that. Gotta get that.
Welcome to the fall 2012 MYBA Rangers. I've had some communication with most of you already, but I wanted you to see who I am, give you an idea of what I'm about, and give you some information. I did this video to keep you from having to read a long email, and my wife is already picking on me for it, so I figure I might as well make it good. I'm hoping at least that this is going to save you some time. I'm a longtime assistant coach that decided to step up and coach a team this season. This job is much bigger than being an assistant, so I'm going to need some help. I am by trade a high school teacher. I'm also a baseball fan and a student of the game of baseball. I'm an organizer, and that's how I will approach this season. Fair warning, that means that I'm a numbers geek. I like to coach from the dugout so I can keep stats as things happen. I give signs from there. So I'm going to need parents, older siblings, community volunteers, anyone that is, knows baseball fairly well and wants to be on the field to coach the bases for me and help set up the field. It's going to be really difficult for me to do what I do best if I'm coaching the bases while we're batting. I've already gotten a lot of support, so I'm hopeful that we can get the bases covered too. If you will be helping me on the field though, please remember to submit the information for the background check on the MYBA website. If that background check is not done, I'm not supposed to allow you on the field with the players. The league is very serious about that. It's a safety issue. I've had a lot of people to ask me about the schedule, and as I understand it, all of our games will be Saturday doubleheaders starting no later than September 4th. That shouldn't be a surprise. That's how they've always done this league. However, the schedule isn't out yet. There are currently 7 teams that are registered in our division, and that's good, because we usually have like 3 or 4 or something like that. The problem is that 2 of those teams only have 3 players. That's bad. Kevin promised to let me know as soon as the schedule is about to be released, and I'll let you know as soon as I know. You'll be like the second or third to know, something like that. But I'll figure it out for you. Be forewarned, though. We may play a game or 2 at Big League Dreams. I know some people like that and some don't. There's going to be a waiver that every parent must sign for us to be on that field. I'll get it to you at our first game. If a parent doesn't sign the waiver, though, that player won't be allowed to play on that field. If I don't turn it in at all, the whole team will have to forfeit it. I just wanted to make sure that you were aware that that's what the rule is, so that we can all keep me honest and make sure I get it done. Practices. Practices are going to be challenging. I drew the short straw, so they gave me last pick on practice times. Apparently they don't care that we have 4 or 5 football players on our team, so the only times that they really had available for me to pick from were Thursday night, Friday night, Saturday during the day, and like a couple of times on Sunday. We all know that football is king, so that doesn't really work for us. Right now, we have the 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. Saturday morning slot, and a 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. Friday night slot. I'm working with the league to try for a Wednesday night slot from 7 to 9. That should give our football players time to finish, lifting weights and come out, grab something quick to eat and come out to practice. But I really need to see these guys on the field so that I know where they play. I do plan to spend some time with the kids in the batting cages as well as in the field to bolster our offense. None of it matters if we don't score runs. My plan is to start practices next week. I will send you an email, hopefully by Saturday evening, to let you know how that's coming along. Just so you know, and I'm sure you know already, the rain outline is something that we should always check. If a field is not available, MYBA will publish it on the rain outline and on the MYBA website. The information on the website is the most recent, and it supersedes anything else you will hear from anyone. There will be days that are sunny and shining when the fields may be closed. If the website or the phone line says the fields are closed, we will not be allowed to be on them, period. The rain outline is generally updated by 4 p.m. on weekdays, and I think 7 a.m. on Saturdays. I may not get to everyone before practices and games, so get in the habit of checking the rain outline before you head out to the fields. I've had some questions about uniforms. Our team is the Rangers, and we're going to have the standard cotton 2-button t-shirts in royal blue with red letters. I want the boys to wear gray pants with royal blue socks and royal blue belts. I put the jersey orders in yesterday, that was Wednesday, to make sure that they'll be ready in time for the season. I'm going to number the jerseys at my school so the players can have the numbers they want instead of being numbered sequentially. I didn't want to break the bank. It's actually fairly inexpensive. I think it's going to be $4 for the numbers on the back. And our print shop is going to silk screen the numbers on. We get a pretty good product for a very reasonable price that way. If I don't already have your number preferences, make sure to email that to me as soon as possible. Jersey numbers are first come, first served, and I know that there are a few numbers that are already taken. Rules and Code of Conduct. In the email that came with this video, there should be a link to the league rules and Code of Conduct. Please make sure to give them a read. If you're rushed, the Code of Conduct is the most important thing for you to read. I'm also sending out an FAQ for the season. Since most of us have been with MYBA for a long time, most of the stuff is not new. Some of it is new, though. There are some changes this year, so take a look at it. Please remember that the umpires, while they are well compensated, are human. I'm the only person on our team that's supposed to challenge a call or protest a result. If you have a problem with a call, tell me. If I feel the need to challenge it, there is a process for me to do it that way. I feel very strongly about keeping professional bearing regarding the umpires. I don't want to see anyone ejected from the park unnecessarily. You might have to remind me of that, after a bad call, because, it happens. Also remember that the players on the other team are someone's kids. Cheer for our kids all you want. For that matter, cheer for their kids too, when they make good plays. The golden rule is, treat the umpires and the other players the way you want to be treated. Competition is good. Bad vibes are bad. All of these kids on the field are our kids. Bats. There are some new rules where bats are concerned. Technically, they went into effect last year, but they're actually going to be enforcing them this season. In short, unless the bat is BB Corps compliant or wood, the kids can't use it. It's a safety precaution. It's basically the same rule that they're going to have to abide by in high school and college ball anyway. I went ahead and included a link in the email accompanying this video if you have any questions. If you aren't sure whether the bat is compliant, have your player bring it to practice, and I'll check it out for you. I need baseballs. Over the seasons, I've lost most of my practice baseballs. I bought a new bucket of 2 dozen, but I doubt that's going to be enough. I don't know how much field practice we're going to have, but when we are on the field, if you have any gently used baseballs that you can donate to the cause, I would greatly appreciate it. 2 or 3 per player would be awesome. My first priority this season is to make sure that every player on this team has a beneficial experience. I'm going to treat every player on this team the same way I treat my own son. If you have questions, concerns, or suggestions, please come talk to me first. I'll take care of it. Sometimes the baseball gods won't be with us, and sometimes they will. But you know how Ron Washington says it, that's the way baseball go. I included my contact information in the email that accompanied this video. Email is my preferred form of contact. Since I'm a teacher, I don't always have the ability to use my phone during the school day. If you send me a message, I'll do everything I can to respond in a reasonable time frame. If you need a faster response, text messaging is another good way to get me, but if you call me, there's a good chance that I won't have an opportunity to check the messages until my planning block, and who knows when that's going to be. My goal is to get players ready to play high school baseball. I want to teach them the strategic game, and I want them to have some fun. I'll do the best I can to teach the kids good sportsmanship and nurture their talent as much as I can. If we can do all those things, we might even win a few games this season. No, we will win a lot of games this season. So I'm looking forward to it, and look for emails from me in the very near future. Thanks. See you guys in the future.
Boom, boom, boom. Gotta get boom, boom, boom. Gotta get boom, boom, boom. That boom, boom, boom. That boom, boom, boom. Yo, I got that hit to beat